self undefiled. Within my heart that it may be a quiet chamber kept for thee. My heart for very joy doth leap. My lips no more can silence keep. I too must sing with joyful tone that sweetest ancient song. Glory to God in the highest heaven, who unto man his Son hath given, while angels sing with pious mirth. A glad new year to all the earth. A glad new year. A glad new year. A glad new year to all the My heart for very joy doth leap. My lips no more can silence keep. I too must sing with joyful tone that sweetest ancient song. Glory to God in the highest heaven, who unto man his Son hath given, while angels sing with pious mirth. A glad new year to all the earth. Glory to God in the highest heaven, who unto man his Son hath given, while angels sing with pious mirth. A glad new year to all the earth. A glad new year. A glad new year. A glad new year to all the earth. A glad new year. A glad new year. A glad new year to all the earth. Yes, a glad new year to everybody.
Happy New Year.
It's good to be back with you, beginning another year, another season of Monday with the Manns. I was just caught my eye as I was watching the end of the video there. I was thinking about how we've run away. We've run down south. We've been in our southern digs for about 72 hours now.
Skipping
And,
winter.
It's 70 degrees and it's anything but that snowy scene. But I know some of you are deep into it, so it's good to be able to share with you. For those that don't know, that was a piece of music I put together from a Martin Luther prayer back in 1535. I was pretty young. It's hard to believe, 400, 500 years ago. that was written by Martin Luther.
Oh, okay.
And
So you're losing there for a minute.
now I'm back.
Okay, good.
I'm back. I'm good. So, yeah. So, New Year's, I know everybody has a grand plans for the new year.
We had the best New Year's Eve.
I've spoken before that I'm not big on resolutions and that kind of stuff. Planning lifestyle changes, that's more my style, and I think it's more our style. But anyhow, before we get oh, look who's chiming in here. Let's see here. Somebody wants to be on Monday with the Manns. Oh, it's our daughter that wants to be on Monday with the Manns. Yes, is there something you wanted to add, or just...
I needed you to verify the YouTube TV.
She needs me to verify the YouTube TV, which I will do when we are finished here.
Later.
Say hi to everybody.
Just flip over your YouTube channel and you can watch us and you'll know when we're done. Love you.
Bye.
I joke with her all the time. It's not like I do that many. I mean, there are 2 live streams I do every week, the same time in the same place. This is one of them with Susan, and Thursdays around the same time. And it's amazing to me how many times she chimes in
all the time,
with important stuff like that. What's the YouTube? Okay. Anyhow, where was I? I don't know where I was, but
we were talking about New
let's
Year's,
get
and
to
people have different things, and they do different things. People do different things.
Nah,
we don't do anything.
We'll get to it. We'll just kind of move on a little bit. Let's get the 2 truths and a lie. Let's get to the important stuff. 2 truths and a lie this year, the new year, this week, this Monday, and these are built around our journey south this year. So there's no need to wait. I'll read them off. You can guess which one is the lie and which 2 are true, and then we'll
reveal it.
Yeah, as we talk about the journey, we can let you know which one is which. Number 1, we had to overcome floodwaters to get here this year. We had to overcome illness to get here this year. And number 3, we had to overcome a rag in our tire, in our wheel, to get here this year. I think that's right. Number 1, we had to overcome a flood. 2, we had to overcome illness. 3, we had to overcome a tire issue or a wheel issue, whatever. One of those is a lie. And if you're playing for the big money, the big stakes, you can put it in the comments, and we'll take a look and see if you are right or not. Hi, Arlene. Terry, I have big howdy back to you. And Arlene has put her 2 cents in. Floodwaters, okay. We'll see as we go along here. We'll get back to you, the heartbeat on that. So, on our trip down, I guess we'll get right to the truth or not. On our
what?
Were you down real low there for a minute?
No.
Oh, this view over here on my phone made it look like I thought you were way down. Anyhow, it wasn't a normal trip down from the very beginning. We had to pick some later dates to come. I like to come like 48 hours after Christmas. I want to be on the road. I want to be south, and I want to be tucked in down here, settled in before New Year's. I don't want to be on the road New Year's. I don't even want to be around 95 on New Year's.
And I would like to breathe a minute after Christmas before we get down here. Just a breath.
Well, that's the 48 hours, right?
Yeah.
That's 2 days.
2 days is good. Yeah, 2 days.
Well, it's 48 hours. I thought
the day after is like.
I thought you were disagreeing with me here. No, 48 hours. You got to have a day to get the house back in order. Anyhow, the first thing that held us up this year was weather. Snowstorm kind of blew in, and we don't make a lot of reservations and those sorts of things when we travel, but in this case we did, and I had to postpone our initial stuff for get down the line and postpone everything for 2 days to accommodate the weather. And it's the first time we've had that happen in a long time. And within those 2 days, it became obvious that we had to postpone again for 3 or 4 days this time because of illness, because we were both under the weather. Susan first, and I was right behind her, and we had these December colds that were actually the 10-day head cold turned into a 3-week sinus infection. So beautiful stuff. So that was number 2, and number 3 we finally got on the road, and we ended up leaving the day before New Year's Eve. So we were traveling the second day on New Year's Eve, and I was remarking how cool it was on 95 down south because there was like no cars on the road. Traffic was really light, which surprised me, and it was totally uneventful until after lunch. We stopped in to have lunch, and when we
Maybe
got,
that was the problem. We stop and usually like roll through the drive-through and roll on. This time we stopped and went in. That was the problem.
Could have been.
Or
We
the
didn't
saving
hit
grace.
anything. Nothing was strange. There was nothing strange about the ride itself, which would make you think maybe something might have gone wrong there.
Yeah.
But we ended up getting back on the road with some food, and we got to we're back on 95. We got the car up to around 60, and it didn't feel right to me. And by the time we got to 70, this thing was shaking. It had the shakes, bad.
Shimmies.
Bad enough that it felt like it wasn't safe,
Yeah.
that it wasn't safe to drive. So as I backed off, I realized I could get away with 55, 60. So we put the flashers on, and we were in the right-hand lane doing the ma and pa kettle thing. People blowing their horns and waving hands at us, specifically fingers.
We were that one.
Um,
A car.
And I had called my mechanic. I thought, what am I going to do here? We had about 50, 60 miles to go to get to where we were going to stay that night. And I thought, well, if we can get there, at least if there's an issue, we have a place to stay. We'll change the reservations a third time if we have to. And we got there in time, and in a calm way. Years back I had been pretty freaked out, and I really wasn't. I was
No, but we
calm.
were thinking that we were going to, because it was New Year's Eve, we knew that places were going to close early. Could we get it fixed? The following day was New Year's Day, and then it was Saturday and Sunday, so we thought, are we going to be stuck 4 more days? But we didn't really stress over it. We were just like...
not at all.
But it would have been a hassle.
Kind
A
of,
little bit of a hassle.
I kind of trusted that everything would work out.
Yeah.
Although I had some doubts as to whether we were going to have to lay over. Actually, we would have only had to lay over till Friday. Friday was, because New Year's Day was on a Thursday, so we did.
Oh, that's
But if that was the case, but it ended up not being the case. We had been doing this Bible study on the way down, and I was kind of challenged by this Bible study, and I might have shared this on Saturday night or even last Monday, I don't remember, about spending quality time with God, just spending quiet time with God, just sitting quietly and doing nothing and just listening to God. And I thought, well, boy, this is the ideal time for me
Put in practice.
to do that, because we sat in a car for 2 hours waiting to be seen. First place we went to was a mobile tire repair, which is 4 blocks away. He couldn't find anything wrong, which was perfect. So he sent us over to a Firestone, and I figured, the natural thing when I go to Firestone is whatever's wrong, they're going to try to sell me 4 more tires. But we got there, and assistant manager said, "Look, don't, we'll get to it today, but you got to chill a little bit." So we ended up waiting 3 hours, 3.5 hours. We spent a couple hours sitting in the car. Then we went into the showroom, which was not very showy. Whatever profit they've made in the past 15 years, they haven't put a penny into their showroom or waiting room. So that was pretty rough. But I found myself just sitting in there with God, thinking about the blessings I have in my life, and just the fact that we were coming to our southern digs, our southern home.
Do it number 2. Hi.
Blessing number,
We're doing Mondays with the Man. Say hi to everybody.
Hi, everybody.
You were the second one to just call, second daughter. So we'll call.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll talk to you later.
Our kids are really zeroed in on us and what we do in our ministry work here, right? Or they're planned it. Either that or they planned this together one at a time.
I love you, babe. I'll call you back.
Is she still? Oh, she's still there.
She's in an unstable area.
Oh, okay.
Our girls love us.
Yeah. So anyhow, we're sitting there waiting, and a woman came in. She had a sweatshirt on, had a little cross on the back, whatever, and
Said, rejoice in the Lord always.
Always, and she was paying something. It was only $20-some. I had no idea what she was paying for. She came in and paid this bill, and on the way out, she did a severe double take on us and said, "God bless you," and walked out.
It was
and I
really
thought,
weird
man,
thing.
that was.
Because she stopped. She stopped.
And there's another 6 people or so, 8 people in this room, and she didn't bless them.
Yeah, she only blessed us.
She turned and blessed us.
And I remember it being like a specific thing, like, wow, And now I know why. So go ahead.
Yeah, you more than me. I was just focused on trying to get back to my car guy who had told me, that he said that, it could be a wheel weight, something messed up with the balance on the tires. And so this young kid, Ben, at the Firestone station, couldn't find anything wrong, to be honest. He couldn't find anything. He moved what he thought was the bad tire from the front left to the back right, where it wouldn't be as obvious, and was ready to send me back on the road when my car guy called. And I'm trying to explain to him, and this young kid who didn't have to do this said, "You want me? I'll talk to him." And I gave him the phone. They talked for a couple minutes, and I heard him say, "All right, listen, I'll check that. I'll check that before I send them out on the road." And he said, "I'm going to take that tire off one more time." We went back and sat back in our chairs. We're the only ones in Firestone. The store's been closed for an hour.
New Year's Eve, 6
and we're
o'clock.
just kind of hanging out. And the guy was going to take the car for a test drive, and he worked on it 15 minutes, saw them take the tire off. Before I knew it, Susan and I saw it, he backed out of the bay he was working on, backed the car right to behind where we were sitting, and he came in, and he told us that he found a rag in the wheel of the car.
Just throwing everything off.
And that's enough.
A shop rag.
That's enough. The shop rag. Nothing. When they put the tires on, these were brand new tires that were put on last summer, and somehow the rag must have worked itself loose or in some jarred somewhere. I don't know. Between hot and cold climates, doesn't.
Yeah.
Something happened along the way to create this rather.
Weird thing.
Yeah, this weird.
Can I just stop you for 1 second?
Thing on the road. So yes.
I'm going to stop him because it was absolutely insane how divine timing it was. Because Ed had called Tony, the mechanic, our mechanic, about a half hour before.
New Year's Eve, and he wasn't on.
Yeah, that's
he was having dinner.
So he didn't call back. He called back the exact time when Ed and the guy, what's his name?
Ben.
We're talking. They talked to each other. This guy Ben could have been like, "I'm not going to go back and check that," but he did. He went back nicely and, and did it. It was the lady with the blessing thing. It just, to me, the whole thing seemed like divine. timing.
God's
it really was divine timing.
God's fingerprints are on all our lives all day long, and sometimes, sometimes you see it when it's happening, and I think other times you need to have hindsight to be able to see the whole picture, to see the scope of what happened. And there was a lot of stuff going on here for us, and it culminated in this kid coming in sheepishly and to tell us there was a rag in there. And I said, well, what? He said, there's no charge for this.
Yeah, that was the thing. When he was done,
said,
he's just like, "You're good to go."
There's no
like,
charge
"Wait, what?"
on this. So
it was just.
I challenged him
how
to
we spent our
respect
New
his
Year's Eve.
elders when they talked to him, because it was our mechanic, who's also in his 70s, that had the experience enough to say,
"Just check
it out,"
And just that the kid did it. He could have been like,
Yeah, we've had.
that was like so. It was so late. It was.
The combination of doing devotions every day, the combination of sharing devotions back and forth every day, me working on ministry music every day, Susan working with ministry plans for Bible studies and things. I think it really helps us keep in touch a little bit more with what's going on in our lives and how God is moving. Because the whole road home is something that intrigues me to start with. And we got here and had the opportunity 24 hours later from arriving here to go to our what is our home church down here, Rock Harbor. And that was a great event for us. Just walking, getting up, going through the routine of going there, splitting our little egg wrap and having our coffee before we go, and getting there early, settling into our seats so that we could pray, or we can socialize, or we can do whatever we need to do to prepare. And that's always followed by a trip to one of the local cafes here, because we go
our
there.
Sunday date day.
And we split we split some kind of sweet thing, and we have a second cup of coffee there.
Living it up.
There was something from Rock Harbor Sunday that I wanted to share. That
Something
I thought
that Kevin said.
Kevin's the pastor.
Well,
it was
no,
something.
It could have been
She
something
thinks
that you.
it was something he said.
Another story.
I don't know what it was. Darn.
I don't either.
We're doing this whole thing now with not letting your mind, having control where your mind is.
Yeah.
And maybe that was tying into my taking the time to be with, actually having the waiting time to just say, I'm not going to sit here and be frustrated.
Yeah.
I'm not going to look at the tires on the walls, all the walls. I'm going to actually be with God. But from the cafe, we go to a marketplace, which is the next stop. That's like the third leg of our Sunday morning, and then the fourth is this mom and pop pizza place that we grab, usually lunch and something later for dinner. And it's all part of being home in this place. It's special for us. We don't need to go out and spend a fortune. We can go out that day, go to God's house, spend time with Him, break bread together and eat, do a little light shopping, and then grab the next meal for when we get home.
Come home and watch the Eagles lose.
And yeah, well, that happens. That happens once every 3 weeks, maybe 4 weeks, maybe 4 weeks. But so I was reading this morning from Genesis 18, verses 20 to 22. Let me share this. At this point, this has to do with Jacob. Jacob's ladder actually is included in these verses. It's following the passing down of the covenant, the promise between God and Abraham. And it gets passed down through Isaac. And in this particular chapter, Isaac's passing it down to Jacob. And God's promise continues to move with with this covenant being passed down. And all the references are to whenever Jacob is speaking of God, he's always talking about his father's God, your God, never his, never my God. And as we get to the bottom of the chapter, verse 20 reads, Then Jacob made a vow saying, if God will be with me and will watch over me on this journey, I'm sorry, let me rephrase that. Let me reread it. Then Jacob made a vow saying, if God will be with me and will watch over me on this journey I am taking, and will give me food to eat and clothes to wear, that's 21, so that I return safely to my father's household, then the Lord will be my God. And he's preparing at this point he had been sleeping on this stone. He has this dream, Jacob ladder dream, that connects him to God. He actually has a connection. He has an experience with God that makes him move from his father's God to his own God.
His own personal God, yeah.
But what jumped out to me this morning was, if God will be with me and will watch over me on this journey. And we make a note to start every journey in prayer. And I had written down here, God never promised Jacob an easy road, but he promised to be with him. And each and every one of us, right? When he sends us out, he continues with that promise to be with us through our travels, through the uneventful days. God is right there. I'm so thankful when I get home and I journal and I say we had an uneventful trip.
Yeah.
An uneventful trip means it was just clear driving, health. We were both healthy on the road. And the road was good to us. The angels were with us on our trip, right? And I wanted to share this from Pastor Chris Langham. Our journey changes us as we're going through this journey of our life. Our journey changes us, and along the way we build relationships with those who travel with us. Our relationship deepens all the time when we're on the road, because sometimes we get in conversations we never would have gotten into at home. We'd be busy running off doing something else. But in the car, it's just the two of you driving for hundreds of miles, and it really lends itself, I think, to some soul searching and
brainstorming.
We've had some really deep. The last day here, we had a good solid 4 hours of just deep conversation about things. And this same is true for Mondays with the Manns. Each and every one of you, our relationship with you is building, is growing. It may be more one-sided than we like it. We would probably like to hear more about your journey and your life through the comments and things. But in general, these count. The journey and the thing that the stuff you're going through with your friends, family, and work also are building relationships. But ultimately, the coolest thing is that it includes God. It includes God. Anything else on our travels? No?
It's nice to be here. The other day I was sitting outside and, just after we unpacked and everything, and it was like 4 or 5 o'clock, and I was just sitting there and looking at the sky and thinking, wow, it's January 3rd, and I'm sitting outside.
The people who are sitting up in the snow are going,
Sorry. I don't mean to boast. I'm just grateful. I'm sorry. That's all I got.
Get up there. So what we're watching, we're watching. We picked this up on the road on Apple TV. It's like a limited series, one of those 6 series or 6 episodes. And it's called The Last Days of Ptolemy Gray. Tommy Gray is played by Samuel L. Jackson, who I love. We had just watched Coach Carter not that long ago, up in when we were in Virginia. We watched that, and he plays someone who's 91 years old, and he's struggling with dementia in this show. And the story centers on him with his memory failing, and he's definitely marked by loneliness and neglect. And there are two people that really stick out, that have lives that are based on others rather than themselves, that get involved in his life. And I don't want to do a spoiler alert. In fact, we're going to watch the last episode tonight. I'm not sure how it ends. But it's if you like that kind of drama that has a mystery and deals with, explores human conditions, in this case memory, identity, and the things that kind of tie and bind us together. It's a good watch.
It goes where I didn't have a clue it would go, right?
I don't know where you thought it was going to go, so I can't.
I guess I didn't think.
That's a conversation we haven't had. We have to get back in the car and drive around.
Oh no, I don't want to look at that. Yeah, it's interesting, very interesting to watch.
I think the two characters that kind of, there's no reason to believe that they're going to be that type of person. I don't believe there are no scenes in and or around church. However, I get a very comforting, strong feeling that there's faith involved in some of these characters, and there's some missing, and the ones that are really not necessarily, or that are really not living the right way, and have the world circling around themselves. So
yeah.
As we move on here, it's been a joy as always to hang with you. Each and every one of you is a blessing to hang out with. We hope we are continually building those relationships we talked about earlier, and that you are along with us building that relationship with with God, with your personal relationship with Him, and we look forward to what crops up between now and next week as we settle in down here. And for those of you who are up north, it's perfectly okay to be waving your finger at us when we talk about the nice weather.
I'm sorry.
So, I mean, well, there's at least 3 fingers that are okay to wave at us. There's one we prefer not having you wave at us. But as always, before as we sign off here, I just love this blessing that I found for Advent, and I'm sticking with it. May your hands this day learn the grace of holding. May your ears this day receive the courage of listening. May your eyes this day awaken to wonder. May your feet this day walk the way. And may your whole being this day, every breath, every bone, every bright imagination, remember that you were made to love and to be loved. Go in the grace that goes before you. Walk in the love that walks with you. And rest in the mercy that rests upon you. Pray on, friends.
Bye.
Pray on.